Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give running right, Drake. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
That's good for the Cardinals.
Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. On first down, Drake. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on 2nd and 16. Murray flushed out right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Run left, run left. Rip left. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. It's got
out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Throwaway and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 4 down.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Derek Rivers providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Mike 48. Watch the pass. He's coming.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's complete to Drake. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Don't be scared of it. Go, go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch the
From the gun on third down, Murray. Flush to his right. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
14.
Now Wilson on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. 57's Mike.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he hits Drake. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. First down, Murray. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put that team on the bus. Gun.
They run again with Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm going to come back to you. Hey, look, 48.
From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 48. 48, Mike. Go. Mike, 48. Mike.
Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Carson. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Slam.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Pull it together.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Operating from the gun, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. All day, baby, all day.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
I got it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Time go. Rush in. Watch
From the gun, it's Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Murray gets this one to Isabella, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Check.
On 1st down, it's Drake. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first and 10. It's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Murray now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10. They'll run with Drake. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the 35 on second down, Murray. And he's got some space here. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Murray going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
54 Mike.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jim, 25, 25. He's crashing. Get him off.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson steps away. It's complete to Lockett. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Fourteen, Friday. There.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Now in desperation, and that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run it with Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, switch gears. Check. 48 Mike.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Left pass. Left. It's a party now. Push left. 48 to Mike. Here we go.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Check. Watch the safety creep. Check your hot read.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now Murray. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. That's good for 28 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home.